now we're going to be moving to our next speaker, Serge Christiaans. Serge, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Great. Thank you so much, Serge. Thank you for joining me here. And without further ado, we would start with you. I share your introduction, and if you can share something about yourself, what you've been working on, and what are these future trends looks to you. Can you please share that?
Of course. First of all, thank you very much for having me. Apologies for the technology delay and all that stuff. It just wasn't working. Got some help though, and here I am, albeit on an iPad. Sorry about that too. No fancy backgrounds and all that stuff. I see I still have the wrong name there, but okay. Anyway, you want to know about next year, right? What we're going to expect. Well, you know, as a cybersecurity leader, you very quickly see that cybersecurity is so incredibly multi-layered. Because the whole society, everything global is cyber, everything is digital. So we are so incredibly vulnerable everywhere. And there's so much to find, right? There's so much to steal. There's so much to disrupt. So talking about 2023, you know, predictions are always difficult, especially about the future, of course, right? But when we see 2023, I think we're going to see a continuation of 2022, which seems to be a very easy way out. But I think with a heightened intensity, geopolitical competition, international cybercrime, because that's what we're talking about. International cybercrime is not going to get any less because we keep presenting the cyber criminals with low-hanging fruit every day. We make it easy for them. It's way too simple. Every day we read in the newspaper, shocking cyber attacks, data breaches, but it's not working. We pour thousands, millions of dollars into cybersecurity, and a lot of people and a lot of work and a lot of stress and plans and whatever. But I open the newspaper and it's happening every day. One country more than the other. But to me, it's not working. And I compare it with something like, you know, and a century ago, you got on your horse, take your gun, you run into a bank and you rob the bank. Everybody did that, was easy, right? But it's not happening anymore. So what happened? We found a way to make it almost impossible. We need to find a global solution against it. And I think we will, but just not in 2023. So there will be a heightened intensity of cyber criminality. And if it's crypto stealing or IP stealing or just disrupting societies for the sake of disrupting misinformation, cyberbullying by nation states, pressuring them to do something, it will get worse this year until we find a global solution on this.
I understand. Do you see there is a change in the future trends in different countries?
In general, with a military background, looking at attack and protection and security, that fully depends on the threats. So if you are mostly being attacked by one single type of attacker, then there will be the technological advancements and for these cyber criminals you're facing, because it's an arms race. It's a reaction and action. So we all go down in the arms race trying to find a tool, a control that works against this new. So I can imagine that in, let's say it's very as well. It really depends on what you have. I'm sure than in Europe. It depends on what you have. And medical institutions and science and academic institutions have different things to protect. So to me, it all depends on the crown jewels that you're protecting. And that will see the change because it's an arms race around these crown jewels that need protection.
I agree. And the interesting aspect is that when we talk about crown jewels, a lot of times we have those crown jewels, but we don't have the list of them. So we cannot protect them till the time we know them. So we don't know how many windows and doors are there in our house. So anyone can come in and anyone can play around with things.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's why I keep saying we present them with low-hanging fruit because we're so immature in general. Of course, some companies are very mature, some governments are very mature, and some are not. But until we all reach the same level of maturity together, it's going to be low-hanging fruit for them. It's going to be easy. Okay, who shall I hack today? Where shall I get my cryptocurrency today? It's just too easy because humans are humans. Right? And humans are always the weakest link in the chain. And unless we fix that, it's always going to be social engineering. You will always get in, but we might be able to make it more difficult to them. And that will make a difference. So if we can collectively increase our maturity, then I'd say the Sunday.
Right, absolutely. So asset management is something which needs to be addressed.
Yeah, so at the end we will only be fighting an arms race with persistent threats and nation state actors. And then it gets much more, well, I'm not saying comfortable, but at least we have more overview on that. But your point is absolutely valid. You cannot protect what you cannot see. How to do that?
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you so much, Serge, for coming on, even though after having all these difficulties and you were able to join us. Thank you for sharing the wonderful insights.